Welcome in, everyone. We are back with Blueprints, and it is going on to day 12. Time to figure out more puzzles. Let's do it. Let's do it. We have puzzles within puzzles within puzzles within puzzles within puzzles to do. So, here we go. The butler did it. Mr. Hartley did what? Here we are. We have learned what the picture puzzle is about. I need a magnifying glass to look at this stamp. And I have, of course, my allowance. At some point there will be flowers. I haven't figured out the flowers puzzle yet, but I know it's in here somewhere. Welcome to the picturesque town of Reddington. This is a picture of is it Trinsdale Lake? Something like that. Do we want to go set what the outer room is for the day? I think so. Not sure when he learned how to use computers, but here you go. Allison! No, May did. He did it. Not sure when he learned how to use computers, but there you go. Outer would be wise. Yep. Alright, here we go. Okay. So we have the shelter, the root cellar, and the hovel. I do have a boatload of steps, though if we had found the sauna yesterday, the hovel would be even better. Root cellar, we don't yet know if we will have the shovel at all. The shelter, however, protects us from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms drafted and has a gem inside. What do we think, chat? For those of you who are here, what do we think? Just quick drop by. I need to get to work and get home for my daughter to open her presents. She's been waiting patiently all the time from being home from school. Bless her. Oh, your daughter is so sweet. Give her a big hug from me when you see her next. I hope that your work day goes by quickly. But thank you for dropping in, Allison. Always a pleasure. Shelter could be solid. Yeah, let's just do the shelter, because I have been angry pants with frickin' red room effects lately, and being protected from 3 of them would be great. I did check back here last time. We're gonna check it again, just in case. But I don't see nothing there. This is still open, and we get the gem. Got all the canned food we could ever want. We do have this really lovely picture as well. Very pretty. This does mean that when we find any other computer, we have the bomb shelter computer available. Time lock safe is already open. Rads. Let's see what our rads are. .04. Interesting. I don't usually have this one available. May's not a fan of the chapel or the gymnasium. No. The gym can be dealt with. The chapel, annoying, but fine. It's the weight room. and the furnace. The weight room and the furnace, man. Oh, she turns 10 today. Oh my gosh, they grow up so fast. They grow up so fast. We're gonna do special orders for the shovel. Thank you very much. Just to see if it will show up in a day or two. Just to make sure it's been done. We don't have any other terminals to get into at the moment. This is the only one on offer. You have to go to the office. They're still rooting for us. Very sweet of them. I think that's everything that we can do here. So, the time lock safe is already open. I don't need to open it. We have 3 cots. Nothing in the corner. We have gotten this, however long old note, but apparently somebody stayed down here for a while. We got vitamins and canned fruit, canned water, jugs of water, canned veggies, soup, cans of who knows what. They're not labeled. Probably soup. They look like generic Campbell's soup cans. More water, more canned water. Yeah. And more supplies out here. Propane, fuel, barrels of who knows what, boxes of other things, crates of even more stuff. Like, there you are. The shelter is very sheltery. But no pillows or blankets folded on these beds, which is unfortunate and very uncomfortable. My God, would you be cold at night? Yeah. The shelter. Yep, we decided to take the shelter for today. Those red rooms, man. Back to the main house. Let's see if we can't find a king and a queen to complete the chess puzzle with. That might be fun. Is there any other thing I want to accomplish today? I don't have the secret garden key, so going up the west side without it really defeats the purpose. I'll just start on the west and continue onward from there. Early hallway? That's a fun one. Pantry, also fine. Bedroom, also fine. Your best bet are office and study, both of which you know have locked safes, by the way, but there are other much harder to find rooms for the king and queen. I imagine her ladyship's bedroom and the master bedroom have a copy of the king and queen, well, queen and king respectively. I just don't know how to get those bedrooms. I'm sure there might be some other ones as well. I'm gonna take the hallway. I like the hallway. This position for the hallway is very good. Look, I know you're not going to confirm or deny, Trav, but that's my speculation. Alright, we got any extras going on in here? We got the flowers. Nothing on the table or the benches. This is all well and good. Moving on. Sure, speculate away. Early observatory? We have, as of last time, how many stars do we have in the observatory? I don't remember. We had the key last time. Clavis the key. Which means that we are up to 9. Which will give us a combo of some sort. Because the next specific, all the stars are used, constellation is 11, so. Yeah, we got Clavis the key last time, which is 8 stars. So I have no problems with the observatory in this, but we could also do the Nook instead and save the observatory and our gems for later. We will not be getting classrooms today, so I probably will want to save gems, but it's fine. Yeah, 7 is Farmer's Apple. Apples equal extra footsteps. Apples count as +5 versus their usual +2. 8 is key, which is +1 key. Much like the North Star, very boring. So we don't know what the combo will be for 9. Prior to Farmer's Apple, the combo for 6 was Diamondus Minor and the Twins. So, which was fun. I will need keys for later, but I'm kind of down for the observatory. Is it too early? Let's see. This might be Farmer's Apple plus the slice, which is +3 steps, and then apples are extra footsteps. What else equals 8? North Star, the slice, and the diamond. +1 gold, +3 steps, +1 gem. It won't be 2 of the same, yeah. Well, that's why I'm saying, like, Farmer's Apple, which is 7. Oh, and then North Star, which would be 8. We're at 9? So it won't be the twins again. 5 is rooms with 4 doors are more common today. I don't know. I think having a gem is likely. No, because we already had Diamondus Minor, which is +1 gem. So it won't be that again, according to Trav. Well, we could find out, I guess. Alright, so now we definitely have a night. Cool. Ooh! Ooh! Magnifying glass! Yeah. Yes. Yes. Magnifying glass! Powerful shit. Okay. Well, first things first, let's get our 9-star everything. Southern Cross. And Diamondus Minor. Oh. Okay. Five plus four. Yep. Yep. You were correct, Broccoli. I am mistaken, but I have a stamp to go look at. Morajai. The White Sea of Yore. Ooh. I did not know that the stamps were important, but the stamps are super important. Sorry, pardon me. I'm doing things. I promise. I don't believe the one in the tomb had a stamp, but I could be completely mistaken. These are the terms. This is all we knew from the beginning. I like that. He might have had this particular letter typed up, but he did put in um, put in a "with all my love and wishes, best of luck" and signed it himself. Like, I like that touch. It shows that he did, you know, as much as he had this typed up for clarity, he did put a personal touch on it, which is very sweet. You have seen a total of 3 stamps so far, I believe. I've seen this one. I've seen the stamp in the mailroom, and I've seen a stamp on another one that I don't know of offhand. I don't think it was the tomb, but it could have been the tomb. I know there's a you know, in the open only in the event of my death letter down there. I just don't remember if it had a stamp. I suppose I could go look. Oh, it did have a stamp. It did have a stamp. We will have to go look at it at some point. I think I even commented that it's interesting that he stamped it considering it was never going to be sent through the mail. I will save the corridor for elsewhere. We'll take the pantry today. Nothing extra or new that I can think of. Yes, I did notice that it was a different stamp. Hello. Can rotate. This is new. I'm taking this. I have the gems for it. I'm taking this. What room are you? Room number 4. Interesting. Does it have sketches? Doesn't look like it has sketches. No sketches. It does have a similar patterning to the dartboard, but not the same, mind you. Interesting, interesting. And yes, there's a big old button to push. Give me a second. So in the rotunda, there are no sketches and there are no chess pieces. There are no hats. There are no flowers. Just the button. I don't think this room is very boring at all. I think that if I open this door over here, I will have a room here, and then I can rotate this, and I can open the door here, and I have a room here, and then I can rotate it and open the door here and have a room here. So, do I open the door in its current configuration, or do I rotate it first? Is the question at hand. Oh yes, it's a four-way room, but only 2 adjacent doors are available at once. Rotate. If you're coming back, you can always put a door southwards if you need it. That's fair. That is fair. Let us bouger les boutons. Round and round and round we go. Where we end up, only we know. Oh, interesting. Interesting. You know what? I'm gonna rotate again. Well, 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 look at that. I can now go over here. So I'm gonna. Ooh. The hallway would be really great for right here, actually. Let's do that. I'm just eventually going to populate my pool with hallways. I like them so much. Nothing there. Nothing extra here. Check the floor. No, we're good. Let's put a dead end room in, shall we? I didn't see the option, I'm sorry. The closet sounds like it's an excellent place to put. Right here. Right here. Closet me. Ooh, gems. And the brass compass that I have never actually... Drawing floor plans leading north more frequently. I've never actually had the compass before. This is just the compass, it's not... yeah. Okay. Cool. Interesting. That's it. We do have a hat situation and an umbrella situation here. It's what I know. Okay, back to the rotunda. So we can play with it some more. Rotate the floor plans! I get it now. So if I don't want this hallway to be there, I mean, the weight room is the weight room. And in fact, the weight room is perfect here. Because I will be shielded from the losing half my steps. If I have the weight room now, we're great. But I could rotate floor plans. And have this hallway perfectly as a way through. That's fun. No, I'm absolutely putting the weight room here. Screw this thing, and it's the bag of dicks. The rotunda is a fun room. I love this room. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Screw you, weight room. Screw you and all of your horribleness. Yeah, what you gonna do now, weight room? Huh? Huh? I've taken you down with the shelter. Ha! I am sheltered from your nonsense. Oh, I forgot that the weight room has duct stuff. Do I have that in... Yes, I do have that in my notes. Okay. Okie dokie. Slowly but surely filling in new rooms. Well, now that I'm officially sheltered from this, let's go push the button some more. Beautiful. Now we go here. I don't have the gems for the passageway. But I could rotate the parlor. Great. More parlor shenanigans. Anything interesting? Nope. 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 Get the wind-up keys. Can't step on this particular footstool. We have a pawn. Okay. The black box is not empty. This is the black box. This is the black box. This is the white box. You are lying. This is the blue box. You are still lying. So the truth here must be that the black box is not empty. My record stands. My record still stands. All right. They're still giving you the really easy ones. That's fair. The cloister would be slightly wasted here, as would the archives, but I could take the archives and not be affected by the floor plan problem. Yeah, go archives. Because, I mean, the archives is on the more annoying end, and then the only other one that I would probably want to shelter is the furnace. Everything else I can kind of deal with. The corridor is much nicer further up where things get locked more often. So we'll do this. The lavatory definitely needs to be sheltered. Sheltering that lavatory. Ooh, that's actually a nice lineup of the... I didn't even notice. Huh. I did this one last time. Okay. Anything extra? Not that I see. On the desk, maybe? Nope. Just the book. There are rarely items in the red rooms. Rarely, but not never. Alright, so that one's blocked off because of the parlor. We'll go this way next. The archives have ducts. The weight room has ducts. I could be very careful about trying to get more ductwork rooms there. I don't remember if the dark room has it. Yes, the dark room also has it. I don't really need to launder currency in this point in time, though the laundering currency connecting to the ductwork would be useful to see what this one does. If we could ever get the steam room. The dark room in here means that I have easy pathing through here, but that would be the last sheltered red room. And it's not the end of the world to guess once. The archives is actually worse. The laboratory makes the observatory a dead end, which isn't the end of the world. And then we can play with experimental house features. We cannot do the puzzle in the laboratory unless we get the boiler room. Okay. Lab it is. And now we have 2 computers. So this puzzle cannot be done unless you have power running through the steam duct system. We do have... Now you guys can see on stream, because I only have ever seen this room off stream, that steam-powered levers, yes. I typically work over at Cinca Labs, but got sent over here for a month to assist more with the new turbine tests. I think I need some help. For the past 3 days, I have been unable to find the laboratory on the estate. Today was the first success on that front. Can anyone tell me if this is typical? And if so, how do you get any work done? Before I arrived, I was briefed on the way the doors work, but I must admit I did not expect to be excluded from my new workstation for the first week. Any tips from my fellow technicians would be appreciated, Kimberly Thompson. I do believe that I have notes on the laboratory. This should be in my notes. It is essentially in my notes. It's not a picture though, so I might just do that. But yeah, this was where we first ran into Kim. We'll get into the computer in a minute. This machine requires additional power piped in from the boiler room. It is on blue. It is not in handwriting. It is absolutely true. I can do nothing with this without power. So, this is a puzzle I cannot do until power is acquired somewhere. We do have the sketches for this room, the plane, and the plan. So the E is relevant to this particular location on the map, as we well know, because we completed that puzzle a while ago. Maybe it has other connotations for other things, but not that I've seen. And then we have all of this documentation, of which I don't know whether or not it's useful or interesting for anything. But there's a lot of pins attaching things to various things. Like this might be a mountain shape attached to a circle. Circle attached to a different shape with a triangle next to it. We have documentation on chemicals. We have all kinds of things. Some of it may just in fact be, this is a lab, so this stuff is here. But we do have the periodic table of elements here, which if you hover this over, you can see what the elements are, which is useful for the puzzle of levers. So we have helium as 3, 5 is, I don't remember what element RE is. Yeah. We've got, I think 1 is plutonium. But yeah, it's really handy to have the magnifying glass here so you can see what is behind the number to a certain degree. However, this entire thing is referenced. Ooh, an apple. Nom. Over here. So if you take a picture of both, you can get the table. Hydrogen, helium. I know what some of them are, but not all of them. It is an actual, like, real periodic table of elements. Yeah, almost all of this is just science images. I had a feeling. As well as, like, the microscopes and stuff all seem to be not very useful. I can't, like, do anything with them. We do have, you know, this picture down here, but I can't, like, look at it. We've got these files that I can't even flip through. This tank that I can't, like, play with the dials with or anything. Stuff in the sink. Bunsen burner. Stuff in a cabinet I have no access to. Aha! Effective immediately, electronic mail can only be accessed via the security terminal. We know that this is actually a lie. Electronic mail can only be accessed via the office. So. And then we have the computer terminal itself. Alright. So. With that being said. Oh, I did not look at this one. Heating and cooling curves. H2L melting point at this. Room temperature, complete thaw, cooler is unaffected. That is what that says. You can almost read it there. The melting point, and then ice. Test 205 at atmospheric pressure, 93 kPa in Mount Holly freezer. Lab technician Randolph M. Whoever Randolph is. I don't know what this goes to. Probably the freezer that we haven't actually put into place. We've pulled it up a couple times, but we've never actually gone inside. Didn't the other table have the symbols very faintly on it, which means that the magnifying glass saves you a flip between the two of them? It does. Some of them are hard to read, though. Like, 8 and 2 over here are like really hard to read. And I have both of these back to back. In my notes, so I can just really easily pull that up for myself. So one equals PU. 2 equals S. Three equals H. 4 equals, it looks like TH. Five equals RE. 6 is EU. See, it's really like hard to tell what that is. So seven equals PA. Eight is F. Nine is TE. N equals RN. 11 is I. But like if I really magnify that, it's hard to read, so having this other picture off to the side is really helpful. And 12. Where are you? 12? You're 12 up here as NE. Do I have any other numbers past 12? I don't think so. So that is what I have. So if we pull the numbers out of it, Message is this. Push 3 up after 9. That is the message of the periodic table of elements. What could it mean? Push 3 up after 9. I'm assuming it has to do with this puzzle, considering. So we have the message. For whenever we get this thing powered, we can finish the puzzle. Alright, let's play with the computer. Oh, so you're supposed to pull 9-3. Push 3 up after 9. Yeah. So we have experiment setup, research logs, pause experiment, log into the network. If we log into the network... Oops, I typed it incorrectly. Let's try that again. That was my bad. Soggy swans never work right. No, they do not. We get the same amount of things here. Remote access is still at the office. Staff services are the same. I did the special orders request earlier. Remote terminal access, however, you can finally see that I have access to the shelter terminal if I should wish to connect to it from this computer. So if you have every computer access, every computer in the house or on the outer edges of whatever, they all will connect together, but we only have 2 out of 4. So that is that, and then we can get into what this specific computer does. So for research logs, no experiments are found because we've not done anything yet. I did not do experiments without you guys, I promise. Just think, you could set up the time lock for the save from here if I needed it, yeah. I can't pause an experiment because there's nothing in progress currently. So that is also an interesting thing about this computer. So let us go for our first experiment. In the laboratory, you are free to experiment by testing and combining different mechanics to create an original and unique house feature that will last until the end of the day. So if you have the laboratory early, you can have this house feature running for the rest of your run. We get to draft 3 column A's and 3 column B's. So for example, we choose a cause and we choose an effect, and that is what we'll be running. So our 3 causes are, while drafting, you may draw a drawing room floor plan. That could be good. Whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, an effect will happen. So while drafting, if you draw the drawing room floor plan, and only the drawing room floor plan, something will happen. Whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting on a room, something will happen. Or whenever you draft a shop room, something will happen. I'm kind of thinking the shop room might be the most viable here. But we can either have our effect be spread dirt on the driveway, a letter will be delivered to the mail room, or set your steps to 40. Getting B2 would be nice. Who knows what's in them? Yeah, no kidding. We don't have the mailroom available currently, but we could certainly look for it. Spreading dirt on the driveway, we don't currently have the shovel, but we could look for it, or it could be in the commissary. Setting our steps to 40, however, means that every time we draft a shop room, we get 40 steps. Now, the drawing room floor plan will come up once unless we reach the mirror room and figure that shit out, and then we might be able to get it more times. This is just a shop room, and we know that there are multiple shops. Have I don't think I have any on the map yet. So we have potentially up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shops out of 8 that could roll up. We haven't found all 8 of the shops currently. That could give us extra steps, or at least set our steps to 40. If we have more than 40 steps, that could be detrimental, but we don't currently have any shops. So these area random selection options, notice how B3 combos incredibly with the hovel. Yeah. Yeah, it would combo fantastically with the hovel, but we didn't take the hovel. We have the shelter. Again, we need an item for this one. We need to find the mailroom for this one. I honestly think our best bet is the shop room. Is because it says draft a shop room. A shop room. Doesn't matter which one. This one is a specific room, so the effect would only work once. And this depends on how many gems that we A, acquire, B, spend. Which is doable, but I don't have a good gem production currently. No, but I assume that you'll keep playing in the future. There will be other days and triggers. Oh yes, absolutely. These are just the cause and effects for today. I don't remember what the cause and effects were for the day. I found the laboratory without being live or recording it, so I am going to take this option. Do we want more steps? Or do we want mail? Or do we want dirt? I don't particularly know what dirt on the driveway is going to accomplish. This one would have paired really well with the root cellar, honestly, which I think was one of our options. This one is kind of paired with the hovel. This one is sort of paired with the shelter. Like, I'm not entirely certain. I have a feeling the experimental house features has a lot to do with what you get in the outside room. If that makes sense. The outer rooms. More dirt isn't worth it. You need a shovel so you can get maybe 2 to 3 more dig spots in an out of the way place. Meh. Yes, but if I had taken the root cellar today, then it would have been more than 2 to 3 dig spots. Mailroom or steps? There are other triggers that make it much more worthwhile. That's fair. I know that there's at least one garden room that means you're more likely to get objects in your dig spots or something like that. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms from the veranda might affect that. I don't know. Try for the mailroom? Okay. We will try for the mailroom. Combine. So whenever we draft a shop room, a letter will be delivered to the mailroom. After approval, this experiment feature will remain active for the rest of the day. we shall start the experiment. And now, we will have a research log once this has been done. We can pause it, but I don't see it the need, so. That is the laboratory computer. We need power to this. That is number one what we need right now. I have 2 ways uppies from here. Whenever, yeah, untested. Those letters should still be there on future days, so not drawing it today shouldn't matter. Which is good to know. Lore is never bad. They might even be useful. We love a good lore. Yeah. The only other thing I can do in here is a puzzle I don't have access to because I need power. Here's the 3rd hallway that I have for today. Security. Shall we open up security? Seems like a fantastic place to do. And security does have the steam ducts, so we would be continuing the steam ducts in this area. Yes, no? I do like me the security room. Security is why it still gives us 2 open spaces for a boiler. Yes. Yes. Yes, we do love the security room. And I can afford it, which is always a good thing. So now you can see, unless written by hand, is truly here. I have looked in here, nothing. Somebody liked to doodle on their pads. No other lines of hidden-ish text, so there's that. The office still has its secrets. We have security. So, 1 broken lever. There's a broken lever in the house that I've missed. This is why I checked this. Keycard system. We would like to set this to low for the time being. We would also like to change the offline mode to unlocked should it go offline. If we log into the network, go down to remote terminal access. We have both the laboratory and the shelter online, as well as security. So all we need left is the office to see if anything crazy happens, because we have all of them. Still can't get to the mail without the office. Yeah, there we go. The broken lever is in the house somewhere. Is it in here? No. I've missed it somewhere. There's a small chance it's in this room and you just haven't spotted it yet. I mean, true? But where? The lever of brokenness does not seem to be anywhere I see. Unless you spotted it and I did not. It's somewhere. Is it in the weight room? I didn't really spend that much time looking around the weight room. It could be in there. Well, we'll get around to it. Let's see if we can't get the boiler room. No, I want to go uppies from the archives room, maybe? We'll look through here again, just in case. I missed it on a table somewhere. The floor? I thought I was pretty thorough going through here. No? Not dumb, am I? Don't see anything. On the floor. Pretty sure I checked in here. Yep. Okay, I'm not dumb. I have no idea. It could potentially be pretty much anywhere, but not the rotunda or the entrance hall. Okay. Could be in here. I didn't see it, but maybe I'm blind. Yeah, it didn't seem to be here. Okay. Uppies from here, then. Let's see what we get. None of these have ductwork in them. The bedroom will connect through to security. The Great Hall allows me to connect to many places, but I don't have enough keys to open it. The corridor is always left unlocked. I kind of sort of want to do the Great Hall, not gonna lie. We know that there is a lever in the Great Hall, so I could open the antechamber off of this today. What do we think? I would just need keys after this. Hey, Mr. Scrake, welcome in. Thank you for the lurk. Also glad you liked our Big Bang. It was a big bada boom, for sure. For sure. Oh, this is for later. No, I checked everything in there. I checked this one pretty thoroughly. It's not here. This is the one I did not check very thoroughly. And there it is. I gotched it. Okay, so we can't go through that way, which is fine, but we can go over here. Ah, but this would unlock. both sides of a door in the Great Hall. It would unlock at least kind of sort of one door. Or I could just put a hallway here and not worry about it. Which will give me 4 copies of Hallway for tomorrow. Hallway. I had a feeling. Yeah. Anything in this hallway that's extra today? No. And then this one will be locked anyway. But at the very least, I know where the entry is. It's the middle door on the other side. Okay. Let's go to the other side of the weight room. Really wants me to have a red room. She's the frickin' wheeze. This would be fine. The dark room and the archive, like the laboratory, like I have to get a boiler room over here connected, like here. Unless there's more stuff. Chapel does not have anything. I know. I could decide to not lose money through the chapel, or I could decide to not be confused about the dark room's darkness. The observatory has kind of, to a small degree, or no, not the observatory. Sorry, it's the compass has kind of, to a small degree, duplicated the furnace's effect, which is kind of hilarious, actually. Chapel is pretty tame in my opinion, so I would take the dark room. What does the compass do? The dark room does have ducts, so if saving it for later would give you another valid option for next to security in the ductwork chain. Yeah. And the patio does not. Patio would actually be fine. I believe, if I remember correctly, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 3 up, so it's good soil, but not rich soil for the patio, which is fine. And I don't have any more green rooms, so I think would pay for itself, and that's it. So it's not a really great fit for the current. I think I'm going chapel, honestly. The worst of the red rooms have kind of been done. The archives and the weight room is done. Everything else is just annoyance level, so I'm actually okay with this, to be quite frank. And the chapel gives me a bishop. I know I have for certain a knight from the security room. I have at least 1 pawn, I think. Let's see here. The parlor has a pawn. Yep, has a pawn. The pantry doesn't have anything, I don't think. Yeah, no thing there. Observatory has a knight, so I don't have a rook at the moment. What does the laboratory have? Anything? No, I don't think the laboratory has any. But I should probably double check. And don't forget the aquarium. Well, yeah, but the aquarium isn't that big a deal. She isn't saving the last charge of shelter for that most terrible red room, the lavatory. I did suggest it, but she just laughed at it. Dude, I would totally save it for the lavatory if the lavatory had rolled up right now. But the patio's not a great fit for this location. And the dark room I want to save for over here next to the laboratory. The chapel is what is, and it just means I lose less money walking through. There's no chess piece in the lab? I didn't think so. I need more blue rooms with chess pieces. Archives does not have a chess piece as far as I know. Unless I'm dumb? No, it really does not. So, that's the last of the sheltered rooms, unfortunately. And it gave me more money today. Nice. Okay. Door to the hallway is open because it was unlocked, which is fantastic. Anything in the pews? Not that I see. We now have a bishop in play. Fantastic. And the good music. Alright. Onward and upward, I guess. I think this is a spare room situation, honestly. I want to save the corridor for rank 5 and above. Did I answer what the compass did for you, Broccoli? I don't remember if I did. The compass causes you to have more northward facing rooms, so pretty much the rooms I'm getting all want me to go to rank 9. Anything extra today? The perfect view. I don't see anything extra in here. Okay. Oh, right, I can't go up that way. The den! Oh my god, the den would be amazing. Straight into the foundation. And then I can go around this room, quite possibly. Hell yeah. This one also has a pawn. Anything extra? Not that I see. Okay. It's nice, not amazing, but it does help nudge things. Ah, yeah, seems like a lot of red rooms do exactly that. Broccoli, did you catch that May was in the lab and solved the puzzle there and had an experiment running today? I got back when you chose the experiment effect. Yeah. You can see the experiment right here. Um, you know what? It's not gonna be that. I am just literally... I'm gonna put the storeroom right here. I feel like this is a good place for the storeroom. Does anyone disagree? Because this door right here is locked anyway. Unless I can find the key card or the utility closet. This will give me more keys and gems and coins, which I can use in various places. I feel like the storeroom is really great. I like this placement. Like a lot. Screw you, door. I'm not gonna go back and check to see whether or not that, like, makes that a dead end. Because I don't wanna. Instead... I'm gonna go up here. I don't have the frickin' ability to do anything with those dig spots, but... Okay. So my options are use a key here or go down to this hallway over to the Great Hall and use 2 keys to open up this. What do we think? Because this is rank 5 where things get freaking locked all the time. 5 plus. Use a key here? Okay. Okay. Bedroom goes up. Nook goes up. Dark room goes both directions. Won't necessarily know what I'm drafting for either side. Nook does have a key, but it only goes up. Darkroom has ducks. I'm saving that. Bedroom also goes up. And could have items. Nook it is. Anything extra today? No. Confirmation that this tells you what the billiard puzzle is about. Claire has many something secret that he will not take to his... that he will take to his grave. Antechamber appears to be sealed by all 4 sides. Must be a way to open. Has many more secrets that he will take to his grave. Yep. There you are. If you don't figure out the billiard puzzle, this gives you basically the whole thing. Possible that he, was poisoned or something. I don't know. People seem to know things. Don't forget that bit at the bottom. Order of operations from inner to outer. That one's important. Yeah. We already know that, though. But, like, if you were confused about the billiard puzzle, here is where you find all the things. Is on a black memo. Alrighty then. Nothing extra on that table. We could go uppies, or we could go down around to the dark great hall and try to get the boiler room by security. Connect that together. Do we want to attempt? I don't have any rerolls. I don't have any ivory die, so I could go down to the Great Hall and attempt some things, some shenanigans, or I could just continue going. What do we think? Some people would try to use PEMDAS, which would get them somewhere weird, so best to state it clearly. Indeed, indeed. We figured it out on our own, though. So I have never not solved the billiards puzzle as many times as I've run into it. What do we think, chat? Onward or around and shenanigans? If you clean up the pool, you have a better chance of drawing the boiler near security. Might get dice too. I think that I can't wait to see you do the dartboard puzzle later on, but onwards, ever onwards. Well, north and maybe try to head a bit east too. I mean, I could just go across the way of the foundation and go more east, but okay, ever northward we go. I have enough room for the cloister. The bunk room is a dead end. The coat check is a dead end. I could put the cloister here. I actually do know where the buttons are now. Frickin' buttons. And it would give me options for getting around. Any complaints? That's what I thought. I'm getting the four corners rooms primarily because um well, I don't get extra allowance here. That's sad. We still have whatever this means. CXET. I did not check if I could get anything to function when I was inside the cloister. Are there inner buttons? Do we have innies? Is there something I can see? CXET. On the Queen. The paragon of rulership or royalty or whatever you want to call it. I don't have the capacity to do anything with these stick holes, but I has the cloister. The odds of you working out with those letters now is pretty low. You're missing a lot of context. Yeah, I am aware. The C and the X evokes Roman numerals, but it's probably not related to Roman numerals. It looks like a key of some sort. It certainly doesn't seem to be related to the trees in this room, because I cannot interact with them in any way, shape, or form, or the pillars behind them. I don't seem to have any buttony things on the bottom here. There doesn't seem to be anything going on. So whatever this relates to has to do with likely the statue, or at least what the statue represents, but we don't know enough. We has a clue. We don't has enough of a clue. It's fine. This game is very much that. Alright, you wanted me to go east for whatever reason, so east we go. Unless you want me to go north, in which case I will continue going north. Where shall I go, Trav? You've decided things for me, and I'm okay with this. Let's try east. Okay. Okie dokie. Bye-bye, keys. Ooh, more hallway. The guest bed. Or a passageway I can no longer afford because I took the cloister. Don't like that the hallway points down. We could just put the guest bed here. We have other ways over to the east if we want to take them. It's the hallway, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't have to be. Maybe putting a guest bedroom here for the steps alone would be a good idea, considering I only have 24 left. Give myself a little bit more wiggle room for backtracking. I don't have an antechamber open at this doorway open at this point. And I do have other ways to get to the east, so I'm not, like, stuck, as it were. I feel like this hallway could be made better use of, honestly. Beautiful. We took a cat nap. Nothing on the dresser that's extra. KL. A gem. Beautiful. Love that for us. I don't see anything else in here that is hiding item-wise, so we do have yet another pawn situation. We can find the pawns everywhere. Alright. I suppose that means uppies, unless you want me to go down and around through the foundation to easties. I could even go more west if you felt the need. It's my decision. Uppies, why not? We're here. This is a terrible place for the dark room. I don't have enough for the passageway, which also has steam ducts. So we're gonna go for the bedroom. Because I will probably be backtracking through here quite a bit, and this will help. And we have an apple in here. Beautiful. Nothing on here, but we do have another pawn. Don't think we will be doing the chess puzzle today. This would allow us to go to rank 8, assuming it's not locked. I don't really want to put a dead end here. I do have enough for the secret passage, and I could just decide what's on the other side of that door. Color-wise. Dining room right here would not be terrible, though. Kind of wish it was oriented with the other... I mean, they're oriented north for a reason. Otherwise, I think it might be on its head, but oh well. And this would just go straight over. So yeah, we'll go dining room here. Anything extra on the table today? Doesn't look like it. Dining room has a pawn. Do I have that written down? I hope I do. If I don't, I'm about to. Yeah, it has a pawn. Okay. So this is blocked off as a false door, but everything else is good. See what the shenanigans are. Oh, it's locked, and I have no keys, so now we must backtrack. That's why this room is so nice for pass-through. How far back do I want to go is the question. We'll try the other side of the foundation. Library would get us more gems. Or, I'm sorry, boudoir would get us more gems. Library would get us a book. Does the library have... Doesn't have a chess piece that I've seen in there, but... But you do get less common floor plans while drafting the library, which could be very good. Boudoir does get me a gem guaranteed, though, because I opened the safe in there. Let's do the library. Doesn't look to be anything else on the desk today. Except this. So, the two that we have not actually asked for is Swimbird and the Fixed Stars. I am going to request Swimbird next. So the next time we get the library, it will be Swimbird. Okay. Here's the mailroom. Here's the aquarium. Here's the bookshop, which is a shop I've never had. It will give me a dead end, but I still have a way through in the spare room. Or I could take the aquarium and be out of gems. But the bookshop is something I've never had before. That is a new room. It's nice to know what I have not found yet. Bookshop, seriously. Okay. Bookshop it is. A letter has been delivered to the mailroom. Experiment successful. Successful triggers 1. Sweet. Alright, new room, who dis. Oh, it's gonna get crazy, guys. So, stage and stag. Ooh. Got different colored books here. Blue books, black books, violet books, orange, gray, green. Neat. This is obviously the shop. Ooh, you have a bishop. Cool. That's something I needed to know. This obviously is a dead end. Looks very cool. All right. Reddington Herald, a new clue sold out in hours. It should come as no surprise that the latest book from local author Marian Marigold, our mother, is breaking literary records and making headlines even in absentia. The release of her new book, A New Clue, comes only 14 months after the distressful report of the author's mysterious and unexplained disappearance. Her current publisher has issued a statement debunking the conspiracy theories surrounding the book's recent announcement, stating, "The writing of the book was completed and well into the editing stages many months before the disappearance." In addition, the publisher has revealed that all of the proceeds from the first edition sales of A New Clue will be going to Lasting Hope, a nonprofit organization that aims to provide resources and intel in the investigations of missing persons. Still, the timing and conveniently mysterious title of Marigold's third book has left many cynics denouncing the book and her disappearance as a cheap publicity stunt. Detective Bon Margol, who many theorize may have been the inspiration for A New Clue, was quoted only saying that the book was unintentionally accurate. Regardless of their opinions, fans, pundits, and cynics alike were standing together elbow to elbow in bookshop queues this morning, eager to get their hands on what may very likely be the last words ever published by the missing author. Yep, she wrote another book. Oh, that's so cool. So we know of 3 books that our mother has published, not just 2. And this one does not seem to be like a children's book, but we could be wrong on that. Let's see what's for sale, shall we? The History of Orindia First Edition, which is hella expensive. A New Clue, also hella expensive. The Curse of the Black Bridge. Realm and Rune, which is less expensive. Drafting Strategies Volumes 4 and 5. Books purchased in the bookshop will be permanently added to the library and available to check out on your next visit. Tip: that history has not been censored. Yeah, but I don't have 50 coins. I need money generation like stat. Jeez Louise. Let me get these prices in. I'm going to assume all of the drafting strategy volumes are 8 gold. Yes, now I know where to find it. I don't quite have 16, but I could get one of those. Also, an intact copy of Realm and Rune that could be handy later. Absolutely, Realm and Rune, but I don't have 20. I'm close to 20, but I don't have it. I'm sure the Curse of the Black Bridge would also be interesting. That's definitely lore. We might get into the uncensored version of this book and go, that's what they censored? What the F? But at the very least, I now know what things will cost me. Do I dare? Do I dare buy one of these? Or do I attempt to see if I can save up more money for Realm and Rune at the very least? Well, there is that. So do I get more strategies for drafting properly to get better at the game? Or at least the drafting portion of the game? Or do I save? What do we think is more likely? Given that we are at rank 6 and struggling to find currencies. Sometimes I have a flush of currencies and then I have nothing to use them on. And sometimes... like, I haven't figured out how to do the good balance of currency versus spending. Clearly. What do we think? I think you might find Volume 5 interesting and affordable. Volume 5 it is. I wish I could read it right now. I cannot apparently get it immediately. So we will have to... It would be nice if it just showed up on one of these pedestals. It'd be nice if I could set a book on one of the pedestals. Has not been an option. Alrighty then. I don't have any keys. It might behoove me to go around to the spare room, I guess. Or even further down through to security. What do we think? Or I could go across and up to the cloister and hope that this door isn't locked and go down, maybe? What do we think? Yeah, but those pedestals are reserved for very special books and can't be swapped out. That's fair. Good to know that the pedestals are not completely just for, you know... Actually, while I'm here, we can check number go up. The record book. Yep, number go up. Longest day, nearly 5 hours. Low allowance. Still more red rooms than bedrooms. Least drafted shops. My puzzle record is intact. 3 red letters out of 8. There possibly is only 8 upgrade discs as well. The schoolhouse is now my favorite. Always are the most drafted just because I have the most copies. Also the spare room in the nook. Security I've now paid for the most out of all 3 of these. And I spend a crap ton of time in the library and security and the entrance hall. No contraptions. Largest purchase. 2 stamps. So if you didn't remember what they were, you can get them here. Stamps found on the estate and inspected will be added to this page. Okay. The walk-in closet is now my most avoided, second only to the freezer and the shrine. Maybe one day. Classroom! Okay, that's what the back one is for. Classroom. The highest grade I have managed is grade 2. Cool. I have added more to the scrapbook. That's cool. Love it. Good to know. Screw it, we're going to the cloister because it's closer. Please don't be locked. Okay, it was not. I can't afford the garage, though I would love the keys. The billiards room only goes uppies. The West Wing Hall goes uppies and downies and could be very useful in this iteration right now. I'm gonna take the West Wing Hall. The grain in Spain... No, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the grain. That's where I'm gonna remember that one. Which is a nod to My Fair Lady. The dark room would be okay here, I guess. I really wish I could take the veranda. That would be lovely. The boudoir is a dead end, but it would give me a gem. But I kind of need the dark room. Frick. And... do I see any item over there? I don't. And it's locked. And I bet you anything the security key card is like right here and I can't see shit. You suck, dark room. The study. The pool. I can't get either of those. The study, which has the queen. It's a dead end, but I can still get uppies through the dining room should I acquire keys. I don't think I will. That's new. It might have been here last time and I'm a dum-dum, but that's new. If nothing else, try to solve the safe here. If you had a shovel, that would be a fun thing to do. Nah, random item. The treasure map is an item. Neat. Okay. X marks the spot right above the dining room. So we do have a queen here. Not seeing anything faintly in the background, so... Pulled off by Thursday. Pulled off by Thursday. We started... on a Saturday. 11:07 was Saturday. Friday would have been the 6th. Thursday would have been the 5th, 11:05. Nope. Okay. What other date-related things do we have here? Love, love, sting, sing, crowd, crow, groan, grow, snack, sack, face, and ace. 44 letters in the message. We got this. If we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. This one will probably trip the broccoli table flip response. Okay. The only reference to a date here is Thursday. If we go by Sunday being the first day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is the 5th day. If we go by Monday being the first day of the week, Thursday is the 4th. Nope. Nope. Was the date of his death? I don't know which Thursday he's talking about is the problem. I have so many dates in this. Oh my god. You can leave it for another day. I know I can. I'm assuming that there is some ability to figure out what date is connected to this room. There's something in the notes somewhere where the study has been referenced, and a date has been put in it, and I have too many dates and too many places to remember, if that makes sense. I don't remember offhand what other room is connected to this one. I don't know. I'm looking through my notes going, where the frick? I've been to the office. Um, I'm thinking. I don't I don't have a reference for when this particular mention of Thursday is. Must be pulled off by Thursday. I don't remember when he died. Is that in the tomb, maybe? No. He doesn't talk about dates in this. It's a very somber letter, but it's not dated. I know that we have run into where the day he died. I just don't know where. He died November 4th. I don't recall what day of the week it was. Wednesday. November 4th. We saw the calendar in a certain room. I think it was an outer room. Not the root cellar, but the schoolhouse? No. The hovel, maybe? We also have the message in the hovel that does have colored numbers. So the colored numbers from the Ravane house casing notes are 4 plus 5 minus 2 divided by 9. I'm sorry. No. I have it wrong. Not minus 2. Times 2 divided by 9 minus 2. Which would equal, according to the classroom grade 2 and let's see, 4 plus 5 is 9 times 2 is 18 divided by 9 is 2 minus 2 is 0. Coincidence? As expected. I don't know. Just put that on there in case I need it. I do not remember where I saw the calendar. Is it in the kitchen, maybe? I can picture the calendar. No. What room was the calendar in? Is it in Mr. Hartley's room? No. No, it is not. The drafting studio. That, yes. Thank you. Frickin' drafting studio. Yeah, day 1 was the 7th. The 4th would make it a Wednesday. He wanted the sketches done by Thursday, but this doesn't necessarily reference which Thursday. We're assuming Thursday the 5th. So 11:05? No? So it's not November. Sundays do start the week, though. Yeah, that doesn't do it. What if it's... Nope. I mean, I could attempt to brute force this thing, but I don't think it's going to work. Sometimes the clues are just visual. I'm not seeing... It is a date. I don't have enough of the reference to get the date. We do have the queen now, though. Unfortunately, that is locked, so I'd have to go around. Go around it is, I guess. There goes all my steps. Down through the den. I have to go around... I mean, I could just go up through the spare room, I guess. That would be okay. Fuck you, weight room. The greenhouse that I can't afford. Rude. Don't really need coat check. Hat. Flowers. Locked. So what else would it be? Don't have a lot in the way of steps, that's for sure. That one's guaranteed to be locked. I need to go through security to see if I can't get the boiler room at all. I got the utility closet. That's it. I did not make out like a bandit like I wanted to today. I did try. You suck. Fall down. Well, we tried. We tried. Time to try again. In some ways, it's good you didn't get the boiler room because you wouldn't have had the steps to get back to the lab, and that would be really disheartening. Yeah. We will get it. One of these days, we will get it. But we did a sizable manor. That's not too bad. Oh, I came back again for a new attempt. Are you finished for the day? I mean, I still have so much time left in my stream. I could keep going. I don't know if we'll get very far for day 13, so it might be a shorter day, but we will try. We will try again. Welcome back, Broccoli. Guess who's back? Back again. I am back. Tell a friend. Got my allowance. Let's go see what we get today. Can always switch for a more time flexible game. I could, but gotta get my puzzle on, man. Trading post is pretty powerful. Tool shed can have some good stuff in it. Hovel is pretty good too. I don't know. What do we think? What do I have in mind for this run? The trading post will absolutely let me be more flexible with my items so long as I'm willing to come back out here. The tool shed will give me 2 items right off the bat, which could be stupidly useful. The hovel will allow me to not spend quite as many gems, but there isn't a lot of places that I can spend gems otherwise. I just haven't been able to generate lots of gems early for the later, more expensive rooms. So, as much as trading post can be really good. I actually think I'm going to go with the tool shed, surprisingly enough. Last time I got the tool shed, I got the metal detector and the sledgehammer, which was very useful. Some people would take the tool shed, and if they didn't like the items, end the day and go again. That is one way to going about it. Well, let's find out what I get. Ooh. The shovel is always good. We love the shovel. And the sledgy. That means trunks are fantastic today. Everything else looks like... yeah, we're good. Those were worth getting. Yep. Yep, they were. Back to the house we go. We go. Back to the house we go. Ha ha hee hee ho 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 ho. Back to the house we go. I'm gonna go east side for the den. Anything extra today? No. But the pawn is now in play. It's in this corner. More items, please. Lucky rabbit's foot means I will have more items just in general, which is genuinely good. No chess piece, but that's okay. Hallway. No beepity beeps, so nothing extra in the hallway today. Parlor. Nothing extra that I see. Okay. Pawn is still in play. This box is black. This is correct. The gems are in a true box. Could be true, could be false. This box is blue. This is not a lie. This is not a lie, which means this is the lie. And if the gems are in a true box, then it has to be in the lie. This is where they are. My record still stands. Nice. Is a very sad hallway. We're gonna have some hallways in this one. Courtyard would be okay here. I mean, yes, we want the green rooms to be on green spots, but on good, on outer spots. But I could live with the courtyard being here. Or I could go for another hallway in essentially a wrong configuration. I kind of like having these early rooms connected together simply so that if I have to come down here again. Plus, I'm more likely to get items, which includes the dig spots. I do have a shovel this time. I got the shovel in the tool shed outside. So, you don't have enough hallways? Are you sure? I can put more hallways in. Okay, more hallways. Haha, too late. More hallways. Shouldn't have been sarcastic. Even more hallways. I mean, no. We would have 10? What does 10 get us? Combo. Could be a fun combo. But if I wasn't sarcastic, what would I be? Wonderful? Observatory. The stars are powerful. And we have a knight. Nothing extra on the table. Farmer's apple and the slice. So many steps today. Okay. Apples are fantastic today. We want them, we wants them, we wants them. Precious, precious apples. There goes all our money. I could still get up and around from this hallway. Maybe I put a dead end room here instead. I like early nursery. Early nursery is pretty powerful. I don't think I'm gonna get in that much steps today because of the time. So storeroom it is. Another pawn in play. Passageway could be very powerful right here. Oh, if only the security door was different. If only I could turn it to rotate it so that it would point up. That would be cool. I'm taking it. Having the security room is always good. It's always good. Have I missed anything? No. Key card. Make it low, 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 low. Make it unlocked. How many hallways do you have in the pool? 5, I think? And count and growing. I have to use them less to get rid of them. Still requesting the shovel. We don't actually know what powering the furnace does. So far, when it comes to powering things, security and passageway both have the ability to deal with the boiler room. Furnace does have ductwork, if I remember correctly. I can double check that. It does. But I don't actually know what it does. There's a dig spot in there as well. Or at least there was last time I was there. I want the drawing room. Paid for itself. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's where the good dig spot is. One, two, three, four. Yeah, that is where the rich soil dig spot, or the rich soil is. So, courtyard can go here. Didn't get flowers. I got coins. Pebbles. Stupid. Okay. Lucky rabbit's foot, are you not working? Turn up. Nice. I do love me a good turnip. Nom nom nom. Apparently it is not working. And no trunk, so... lame. Nothing going on here. Another hallway. This is a terrible place for this walk-in closet to be. Is today a House of Halls? It might be. The boiler room, which does connect to security. Security, if there is anything weird about powering the spare room, that is a thing that we can do. Time to get this baby up and running. I have 2 lights out of 3. Which one's not working? Should be dig spots down here as well. That's going up there. That's going up there. No dig spots down here today. So either I need the root cellar to have dig spots down here, or sometimes they appear and sometimes they don't. Which one is not? Oh, it's this one. Because you have to activate it. And then you can flip it back. Okay, so currently it is powering in that direction, which is useless. Powering in this direction, which goes to security. I just want to see it working. Yep, see? It's powering all of that and all the way through security, which does mean that the spare room is getting power. Not through here, but... through that wall, supposedly. Ooh, maybe not. Okay. But yeah, all of this is power. Oh my goodness, Marklar! Welcome in, Marklar and friends. Dorky, Archer, lovely to see you guys. Welcome in, Raiders. As you can see, I'm still playing Blue Prince, and if you did not know, my name is Mayrin Althea Tover, but please call me May. It's just easier to spell. Yes, you got second, Dorky. Congratulations. Nobody has yet gotten third. But Mar, if you need to raid and run, feel free. If any of your, community needs to get a drink, a snack, a potty break, to run themselves, by all means, please take care of yourselves. Hi, Cleo. Marklar, congrats on the third. Let's go. But yeah, welcome in, you guys. Sit back, relax. We're doing puzzles, at least for another hour. Okay, that's the boiler room. Now we just have to try and attach things to it. Wish me luck. Thank you. I will try. Thank you for the lurk, Dorky. So the dark room does have stuff that will connect. This is the way forward, I guess. For those of you who do not know about the dark room, you are about to get spooked. That is the spook. That's all it does. I need a whole different room to turn the lights back on in here. If there are items in this room, I can no longer get them because the lights have turned off and everything is too black. It's really dumb and I hate it. And I don't know what any of this is, but I can afford these two. Let us hope this isn't a dead end. Never mind, we can now power the furnace and see what that does. And there was nothing in here. Rude, lame, ridiculousness. Okay. Let's go power the furnace, shall we? See what happens. I got a key. The dig spot was lame, but powering the furnace did weird shit. Furnace shall bring the full firepower to the world. Hello? Whoa. Enjoy your white hot key. I didn't expect that. I didn't either. That's what powering the furnace gets you. A key. Wild. Too bad this isn't enough light to pick up items. Where can I go that isn't? The foundation, I guess? I can power things through these areas. Okay. Boiler room to passage to hallway to foundation. Okay. Diggy diggy hole. More turnip. Excellent timing. I like how at least second time you randomly get exactly a furnace. Was that music always there, or is that the furnace? The music was always there. It's been there for a while. I don't have any way of pulling down this thing yet. Where am I going? Let's go this direction. Well, this will not power the lavatory, so I don't want that one. The maid's chambers sucks. The commissary I can't afford. So I guess the maid chambers it is. That's because we're close to the furnace. It's hot. That is the staff of the house, awaiting for us to finish the puzzles so that they can come work here again. For us, specifically. The day we all dreaded has arrived. It is with unprecedented sadness that we inform you of the death of our benefactor, employer, and master, the Baron of Mount Holly H.S. Sinclair. Any staff who have interest in attending service may contact Mrs. Babbage for details. In following the instructions left by the Baron himself, effective immediately, all work at Mount Holly is suspended. All live-in staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premise by Friday, November 6th. Mrs. Babbage. We've seen the bigger one of this one. It's a hat. The archives is a really terrible fit. The gymnasium, also a really terrible fit. So the only really good thing to put here is the walk-in closet, which I cannot afford. Red rooms and hallways. Yep. Which one will hurt me less? Probably the gym. Does the gym have ducks? I don't know. It does not, as far as I remember. The archives does, but the maid's chamber does not. I guess I don't need ducks in this room. The gymnasium will annoy me less. I don't even want to walk in there. Do I see anything? No, I can't tell. Okay. Oh, there's the shoes. The running shoes! That's it. I can hear the furnace through the wall. That isn't even the wall it's behind. Alrighty then. Time to go elsewhere, I guess. Shoes are good. A small chance of it does not spend a step when entering a room. You are correct. Okay. The archives does have ducks, but that doesn't really matter here. Commissary could be fun. The bedroom is a dead end. Commissary it is. Except I can't afford it. So, archives it is? Hate this? F you, furnace! No, the house does not like me today. It certainly does not. Did I get anything extra for my bullshit? No. No, I did not. Archives, you suck. See if we can't connect to the courtyard. Nope. I didn't think the furnace effect is that powerful. Apparently it is. I have no idea how far it goes. Anybody need to use the restroom? We have the window open today. But I could only have gotten its effect negated and or powered. I don't know. I don't know which would be worse. Or better. Effing weight room? Down to 13 steps because this effing weight room. Yes, I'm gonna call it effing. Oh yeah, the furnace is really having a heyday here. Fuck you, Chapel. I'm gonna go here. And this becomes a dead end. Oh, but I got the car keys. Great. Can't even get the car on this side of the house, but I have the keys. And a view. Yay. No trunk, though. That would have been nice. Oh, hey, the conference room. Love it. I'll take the conference room. Excuse me? Foundation, you had... Tricksiness. I've been gently trying to get you to set up rooms like this for a while now. Well, here we are. I can finally reach the elevator. All according to plan. Which one, though? I think that today's focus has now shifted to finding out what's downstairs. Abso-frickin-lutely. To hell with everything else. I don't have a lot of steps, so we better go just do the new thing! Oh, shit. I mean, it's a net zero. It's fine. I think that today's, new thing, yes. Okay, so. I don't know if this is permanently unlocked or not. That's badly done. That's what I thought. Where are we? Ooh, the foundation, the underground. So there is 2 versions of this room? It starts each day up in the house. Do I put my notes under the blueprint version of this room, or do I put my notes in a new section in the underground version of this room? That's my question. Underground version, however, it's still the same room, yeah. Okay. Alright, I have my notes updated. First, we check out the boxes situation here. You never know what you might find. Notes and things hidden behind it. Hope I can get to a computer. It does have a sketch? Just one? The 3 tiers? No, there's 2. Okay, so you can get the sketches for this spot. Tier and Tiger. They just happen to be downstairs. Okay. Since it does not refresh, I can literally just put them in. Because you can't move this room except in the case of being very cheeky. Alright. Nothing else there. Elevator. Door. The elevator call button is locked by electronic keycard. Okay. I'm assuming this calls the elevator should you end up in this space with the not through the elevator, but from the other side of the basement. And it's locked unless you have the key card. And this requires the basement door. So if you need to have the fountain at the front flooded for whatever reason, you at the very least have another way into the basement through the foundation. That is really what this is about. Okay. Well, at least 2. 3, really. At least 3, one of which is flooded. Very good, very good, very good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Closest computer. Security. Down, down, do security. Hallway, passageway. What room will we upgrade today? The spare room. Okay. Ah, here we go. It's no longer spare. Oh, spare bedroom. Spare green room. Spare hall. That is why the spare room has had the blue on the room. because it was a spare blueprint room. But it had other colors underneath it, which may in fact have somewhat foreshadowed what room it could become. No room shall be spared. So, what is more useful? Another bedroom, another green room, or another hallway? Now, for that answer, we must go consider things. For the hallways, I have already upgraded hallway so that it replicates in the draft pool by itself. Just by me putting it down, I get an extra one for tomorrow. So I can have any number of hallways. There are things that affect hallways, but this one I feel is the least useful of the three. I would go for the bedroom, but for you, I would suggest the green room. The green room, many of them have spread stuff in them. So, like, the patio spreads gems in green rooms. The terrace causes them not to cost gems. The veranda means that you're a greater chance of finding items in them. The secret garden actually spreads throughout the house. The greenhouse gives you more likely to draw a green room. Cloister doesn't seem to have an effect. I have never found the morning room, so I don't know what it does. And then the bedrooms are lots of fun. The nursery allows you to gain +5 steps every time you draft a bedroom, which is handy. The servants' quarters gives you +1 key for each bedroom in your house. And I don't know what her ladyship chamber, the master bedroom does. And then you have the item, the sleeping mask, which also gives you extra steps in bedrooms specifically. And there is at least one other effect that you can get. I don't quite know offhand where. Hallway's all right, but not my first or second choice. I know that I myself would micromanage the bedrooms, but I have seen you passing the nursery too many times. Okay, actual advice. Green is generally more useful, but bedroom is stronger, but will get a lot less use. Neither is truly better. That's how I feel about it, Trav, honestly. There's something to be said about the bedroom effects being pretty strong, but ultimately it really depends on what you get that day. And I don't always pick the nursery, and I don't always get the sleep mask. But I have used both to great effect before. I don't pull green rooms nearly as often as I pull bedrooms. Because I'm always trying to get them on the outside. So sometimes I just don't really do green rooms. They are the least drawn room that I have. So I actually think for me, the green rooms are generally more useful. Especially once I finally get into the flower puzzle, whatever that is. I think this might actually be my savior for that. So I'm going to go with the green room, Broccoli. You are not incorrect with your bedroom situation at all, but I feel like green is my choice. I like this one. Spare green room it is. And I have it down. So I think you have to draw it that way. I don't think it just like upgrades, but I have 7 steps left. Can I get to it? Yeah. I can just do the loop-de-loo and go see it. So now technically I have a green room next to what should be a green room, but isn't yet. So as you can see, it's got blue on top. It's got green underneath. There's like a few shades of things here to kind of... I actually think the it's blue, then gray, then green, then violet. So it kind of is a mishmash. The next time we draw this room, it will be very vastly different. Do I have anywhere I can go? Conference room, maybe? Weight room? I only have 4 steps. I won't make it. Well, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I won't make it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. Well, if I hit the weight room, oh, I could try. Depends on whether or not the shoes proc. They did not there. They didn't there. They did there. So I can get as far as the conference room and I pass out. All right. 2 days. Very fun. I do not have enough time for another day. And also my voice is just being destroyed right now. I don't know why. I got too excited about something. The Scarlet Villa of Tomorrow. Mostly because of my hallways. All right. Well, we got 7 red rooms, 4 tomorrow rooms because of my hallways. We managed a total of 28 rooms. Reached only rank 6. Took 74 steps, which is 4 extra steps for the original 70, and found 6 items, which were somewhat maybe useful. Oh, do remember to read the room description. Sometimes there are clues and interesting tidbits in them. Scarlet Villa of the upgrade disc. Yep. I do sometimes. I don't always. But unfortunately, this is where I end. Unfortunate. I'm going to end early here just because my voice is going for whatever reason, and I would very much like it to be able to do tomorrow. I will not be joined by Psycho Phoenix tomorrow because she is busy, and I have no idea what Dragon is up to, so I'm probably just going to play some Palia tomorrow, you guys. There is new content in Palia, and... Thanks, Winterberry, I will attempt. But there's new content in Palia, and we haven't been there in a while, so... I will be playing Palia. Trav, Winter, if you would like to join me in Palia tomorrow, feel free. And Palia is a free-to-play MMO, so if anyone else in the community would like to join me tomorrow, feel free. I would love to have you. But all of that being said, let's get out of here. My name is May Renal Theotover. I do stream Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. If that is not your time zone, feel free to give me a follow and put on notifications. You can do so either here on Twitch or over on Blue Sky. Either way, you'll know when I go live. If you are not live with me on this VOD, because you are watching the VOD, speaking of the VOD, they're on YouTube. And you can subscribe and ring the bell there if you're not already, or if you're already there, there are links to the Blue to the Twitch and the Blue Sky over there as well. But either way you go about it, you can put on a notification to know when something goes live, either myself or the videos, and you can keep tabs if you would like to. It's optional, but it's there for you. At the end of every stream, I do try to rate a friend or make a friend, depending. It's literally how I've made all of my Twitch friends here on Twitch. So I hope that you will copy pasta my raid message if you are live with me, or just raid the next video if you're not. Either way, you'll get some good stuff. Let's see where I am going today. Good work. I'm looking for the fire mask. I'm on by my way. I'm on my way. Yeah, me too. I can play it a bit, but I've fallen off a lot. I did finish the main storyline in the new expansion. Holy crap, Winterfairy, you play it way more than I do. Where am I going? You know what? We're going to go over to see Elise Stroud Studios. We haven't seen Elise in a while. She does beautiful art. So she's currently working on a commission, apparently, but we're going to go say hi. Just because I haven't seen her in a while and I would like to. So I hope you guys give her all the love with the raid message and have a fantastic, magical rest of your time, whatever time zone you happen to be in. I hope that you have a great day. And until then, we raid in 3, 2, 1. Bye, guys.